What's up, everybody? My name is Anthony Patterson. I am here at the Raleigh Municipal Building for the Breathe Life After Death exhibition. I'm here on behalf of the Black on Black Project for a special edition of Curated Conversations. I'm sitting here with a good friend of mine, Telvin Wallace. What's up, Telvin?
What's up?
How you doing?
I'm doing all right. I'm here. I'm living.
Good,
Breathing.
good. And you just celebrated a birthday, too.
Yeah, 23.
Yeah. Jordan year.
Yeah.
Can you give us a quick overview of your artistic practice?
I just graduated from North Carolina Central University, May 2019. Got a degree in studio arts. Focus on painting and printmaking. As far as the subject matter, I'm interested in mental health and the things that Black people deal with regarding mental health. And then, just the overall human condition. So that's, what I've been interested in since I started creating.
Nice. 2020 has been a year full of complexity, from the passing of notable figures to protests and uprising nationwide to the unavoidable global pandemic. How are you navigating this year?
Me personally, I just try to, I try to take it day by day. I've been working on more commissions than anything because that's, what pays the bills. With everything kind of being cut out and the opportunities being a little limited since there is COVID. Mm-hmm. That's the only source of income for like freelance artists like myself. So, but things like that can be pretty draining because with me personally, it's a therapy for me when I'm working on stuff that's related to me or associated with something that I actually deal with, not somebody,
What is your relationship to portrait painting?
As far as portrait painting, I think that's something that everybody has done. Like if you're an artist, like growing up and you've been doing this, I've been drawing since I was 3. Drawing since I was 3, I started off drawing like cards, so I'm really into cards. My parents used to buy me these little books from the Scholastic Book Fair, and I used to draw like whatever was in those. Then my aunt Gina bought me my Uncle Joe bought me a book that was full of fashion designs, and it was like anime or manga type designs. So I draw those. So that's where my interest in like the human figure came from. But as far as portraits, it actually started with my professor. His name is Mr. Rogers, and he actually was a portrait painter. He had done like some commissions for universities, and me and him, we would just sit and talk. He was the director of the museum at Central, and then he was also my African American art history teacher. So he did a lot of portrait painting, and I was like, I want to paint like this dude. But I remember the first time that I brought him a painting, he hit me with I know that ain't what you see. So, it do something to your pride a little bit, but the older you get, you start to realize like, oh, I see what he mean now. Whenever you start to understand how to move oil paint, the things that work for you. With me, I just start off with like either a wash or like I started doing this beige like underpainting. I do like a real loose drawing. I'll seal it with like fixative, and then I'll go back on top with like the local color. With him, he just did the white canvas, drawing loose, and then you just tighten everything up with the paintbrush. I think with portraits you can, in a way, like, how can I put it? You can immortalize somebody. To me, there's something immortal about portraiture, and and I think just thinking about like art history. That's just I like technique. I'm interested in like more polished styles, and that's just what I like. Yeah.
For this specific portrait, what was your favorite part of the process for painting this of Clarence?
I mean, shoot, the fact that it's Clarence. Clarence is like one of my favorite artists. Like I never even. All right, so Will was my the first artist closer to my age that I actually met and knew. But I mean, the older you get, the more you realize there's so many more like dope Black artists out there. And I'm thinking about like the stuff that me and Clarence talked about, the things he puts in his work. But as far as like this, you said the best part, my favorite part about it?
Yeah, your favorite part of the process, or your favorite part of the painting as a whole.
I mean, shoot, yeah, the fact that it's Clarence, and then like, it was kind of hard trying to put the composition together because it was like I got to paint somebody who already incorporates the flag in their work and not make it look like they did it. So that was the hardest part. So thinking about putting the composition together that wasn't related to like his body of work and the new stuff that he was doing that I had seen. So I wanted to like get as far away from that as possible. So it's like, a lot of people will see a painting and like associated to like one black artist, or see like a group of paintings and associated, or like this, put it like, you did this whole thing. And I'm like, I wanted to stay away from that territory.
So the title for this piece is What's Free. Can you elaborate on what does that title mean to you and to the work?
I think I'm gonna go with the work first. I think for me, for the work, just thinking about like what Clarence has told me, and then like how the picture, like the reference image that I used was shot. I saw it as like a mugshot type of deal, and I'm thinking about like people see Clarence, people don't even know Clarence is an artist because he's like a bigger dude. He has a thick beard. He looks a certain way. He fits a certain category of men. To people, to like the outside world. We know him as an artist, but like he'll go somewhere and people will have no idea how incredible he is, and then how brilliant. It was hard trying to get like you know how it goes whenever you try to put ideas together. So his first name is Clarence, and then that means like brilliant. Then Hayward means guardian. So I was gonna play with that, but I think with the What's Free, it was more relevant to like what's going on. So thinking about, multiple things, what's free, the actual lyrics to the song, in the land of the free where the blacks enslaved, 3/5 of a man, I believe is the phrase. So reinforcing that thing, thinking about like, ways in which black men are deprived of a lot of things, whether that's like opportunities, there's a lot of opportunities that I feel like I was fortunate enough to be like an intern at some cool places. That's one thing, and I was exposed. I think, with being an intern at certain places, like, you get exposed to so much more that people don't even know about or have a clue about or will never even have close to access to. Like, I can say I've been in, let me see. I was in the archives of the Brooklyn Museum. People can't just say that. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That's like something I can say forever. I was in, then I was with the directors and the curators. And that's something like being exposed to that, you get to like, the conversation is different, talking to somebody who's not an artist, about certain things is different. But that was my point. It's like, are you actually going to be free whenever you're like being like, when information is being like, kept away from you and then your people. Mm-hmm. So thinking about that, thinking about walking around the world and people looking at you as like, looking at you in a certain, light, not necessarily light, but like they see you as somebody they see you as a threat, mm-hmm. and you haven't even done anything in a lot of cases. So yeah, thinking about it like that, mostly.
So with you painting a portrait of another artist in the show, how do you feel about your likeness being painted for the show?
Oh yeah, I'm always like all for that. Like I like seeing how people interpret certain things. Like I like how JP interpreted it, like cause I'm into like fashion too. So like he incorporated the Off-Whites, the Louis Vuitton. I'm into that. But it's not just the label that I'm into. I like design. Certain designs I just like. It's not that I like something that's high end or luxury. I don't care about that. You know what I mean? I see this body of work, not just myself, but like the body of work as something that's luxury, sacred, So I take, it's something real personal and something real personal about the things that we're interested in. But as far as like technical, and then just thinking about like the conversations that we had, like that piece is like super solid. So yeah, I love it.
I want to thank you for your time today. And I appreciate it. And congratulations on this show. It's an amazing show. So dope work. Thank you.